Good morning, children. I hope you all are fine. Today, we will read about chapter number 3 of Civics, the Union Legislature. In this chapter, we will read about the Union or central government. The Union government, like the state governments, consists of three organs: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. We will be reading about all these three organs of the government in detail. The first organ of union government, that is legislature, consists of president, which is the head of the country, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, that means both the houses of parliament. Next is executive. Executive consists of president, again the head of a country, vice president and prime minister and its council of ministers. And third organ, that is judiciary, consists of Supreme Court and other courts. So let's understand the first organ of our central government, that is legislature, in detail. The legislature or the Parliament of India consists of the President, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. So we have two houses of Parliament, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Let's understand them. The Lok Sabha is the lower house of the Parliament. It is also known as the House of People. Why? Because we, the people of India, we are electing them. The Rajya Sabha is the upper house of Parliament and it is also known as the Council of States. The term for Lok Sabha is 5 years. It unless dissolved earlier by the president on the advice of the council of ministers. That means if any problem is there inside the party, or you can say the ruling government, the president can dissolve or end that functioning of that particular government before completing their tenure. The Lok Sabha can be extended for 1 year during an emergency. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house and unlike Lok Sabha, it cannot be dissolved. How the members of Lok Sabha are elected? The members of the Lok Sabha are elected directly by the citizens of the country during the general election, which are held every 5 years. So we, the people of India, we are electing the members of Lok Sabha. All citizens above the age of 18 years are eligible to vote. So who are the voters? Voters are all those citizens who completed the age of 18 years. The country is divided into constituencies. What are constituencies? Constituencies, you can say, the geographical area made on the basis of population. The constituencies are created on the basis of population. Each constituency elect one candidate to be their representative in the parliament. For example, if Ambala is a constituency in any of the general election, so it will be consisted of several areas, the nearby areas in Ambala constituency, and we will give our vote to any candidate to whom we like, and that particular candidate will, the person who will get the highest number of votes will be elected from one constituency. So the candidate winning the greatest number of votes become the member of parliament for that particular constituency. Member of parliament, you can also say MP. The party which wins absolute majority. Now what is absolute majority? The half of the total number of seats. That means, for example, if the total number of seats are 60 and if any party wins 30 seats, that party will be in absolute majority and it will be invited by the president to form the government. If there is no absolute majority, two or more parties with the similar political objectives may come together to form a coalition government. Like presently in Haryana, we are having coalition government because no party wins absolute majority. The other political parties form the opposition. The other political party which are unable to get absolute majority or to form the government, they will form opposition, and the work of opposition is to check the working of the ruling government. The opposition regularly evaluates and challenges the action of the government, that whether the ruling government is making policies for the betterment of society or not. Next, composition of Lok Sabha. The maximum strength of Lok Sabha is 552. Out of these, 530 members represent the states, 20 represent the union territories, and 2 are the members from Anglo-Indian community nominated by the president. Seats for certain constituencies are also reserved for the representatives of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. That means in such constituencies only the candidate of scheduled caste and tribe are allowed to contest election. Like Arambala is also a reserved constituency. Eligibility: to qualify as a member of Lok Sabha, a candidate must be a citizen of India, not less than the 25 years of age, and a registered elector. Candidates are disqualified if they have been convicted or criminal offence in the past or are of unsound mind. Presiding officer: the presiding officer of Lok Sabha is the Speaker. Now let's read about the election of Rajya Sabha. The members of the Rajya Sabha are indirectly elected by an electoral college consisting of the elected members of the legislative assemblies of the state. Children, you must have read about the state legislative assembly in your class 7. So now the elected members of state legislative assemblies have the power to give vote for the members of Rajya Sabha. Okay, so who are electing the members of Rajya Sabha? The electoral college consisting of elected members of the state legislative assemblies. 1/3 of its members retire after every 2 years. A member who is elected for a full term remains in office for 6 years. This means the tenure of Rajya Sabha is 6 years, and after every 2 years, its 1/3 members retire. That is why it is also known as Permanent House of Parliament. Maximum strength of Rajya Sabha is 250. Out of this, 238 members represent the states and 2 union territories, and 12 distinguished citizens are nominated by the president. The qualification to be a member of Rajya Sabha are the same as the qualification required to be a member of the Lok Sabha. That means the candidate must be a citizen of India. He should not be less than 30 years. So there is little change. The presiding officer of Rajya Sabha is the Vice President. Okay children, now rest. We will continue in our next video. Thank you.